Hey everybody, how you doing? Lovely to see all of you today. So, just want to make a quick video about another weapon thing. This one has a lot to do with, well, it's obvious what it has to do with. So, first off, these are two, like, I guess you can call them like longish bladed weapons of mine. Here is, it's like a short knife sword thingy. Um, yeah. And then, so that's that one. And then this is the longer one. Wow. Okay. So, um, pretty much like swords are just great weapons all around. Although they're not really all that useful in, um, like a ton of different situations. Like knives are my personal favorite bladed weapons just because they're small, they're discreet, and you can, you basically carry them anywhere, and you can make them really useful anywhere. So that's why, like, I have like this fireplace poker. It's a big iron fireplace poker with obvious uses. Um, it it's nice because it's big and it'll get the stuff done, but if you're in like a small space, it's not really all that useful, which is why a lot of hunters will use an iron nail in their fist and make a spirit fist, because it's better to use in small spaces. Um, and I hand wrapped the green on them. I thought they looked so cool. But with larger weapons, they have more momentum and they often get the job done much quicker. Um, and I mean, neither of these would be used for like beheading. I mean, that's more something you'd use um, like a machete or like a big blade like that. But um, like you can use. I mean, rule of thumb with hunting is if you can cut the head off of it, you can kill it. Um, and that basically works for just about every single corporeal thing a hunter would have to deal with the exception of some of the created things or like certain undead. Um, but I mean, so long so long as you can do sufficient brain damage, you can get the job done. So if I took even this smaller knife and I went like right up the head, that's gonna kill just about anything. Um, with the exception of maybe, I don't know, a certain possessed person or something. Um, but anyway, um, and yeah, I mean, they're a good thing to have. These I got for like nothing, and they're really nice. They're like, it's China steel, but it's good stuff. I have, back home, I have real katanas, and those are beautiful. And they cut through bone like it's butter. It's really awesome. Um, but I mean, even these, they still have their place. They're still very good. And I mean, a strong enough blow with any sword or bladed object is going to get the job done. So, anyway, alright. So that's my spiel about bladed weapons. Not much else to talk about. I did, hold up. I recommend getting this book to Encyclopedia of Spirits by Judica Isles. I still can't pronounce that right. I recommend that for any hunter just because it literally covers just about every single type of spirit you can think of. And the book that I'm making, it kind of is a similar idea, but it covers a lot more than just spirits. Obviously, there's monsters, a lot about ghosts and slashers or psychopaths, serial killers, um, dark magic users, and Yeah, this I think is a great resource to any hunter just because it really kind of tells you a lot about spirits. And those are really like the ultimate source of why we need hunting. Which I'd just like to go over something very quickly. There are two parts, or okay, so just to kind of describe to you what a spirit, or even what a human soul and how that all works, because I heard the best description of it like very recently. Okay, you have our universe, which needs to be controlled and regulated, which is done by spirits. Spirits are innately beings of logic, therefore they do not need a body to exist, much like we don't. We exist as beings of logic. We don't need energy, we don't need anything. We are literally thought. Okay? In order to do the task that a spirit is supposed to do, they manifest energy. If that energy is dissipated by iron or silver or whatever, then they are, you know, powerless temporarily. Um, in the case of possession and things like that, in the case of like monsters, what's happening is that logical being is starting to take part of the human brain, shooting it with energy, making our nervous system become overpowered with energy. So, like in the case of a werewolf, this is a wolf spirit shooting a human body full of energy and um, giving it strength, vital force, stuff like that. And may I just say right now that werewolves and skinwalkers are different things, not because of Twilight, but a skinwalker is a person who astral projects, creates kind of like an avatar of an animal, sends their consciousness into it, and travels about as that animal, almost like a really powerful ghost. Um, so that's one. And then werewolf, or any were creature, is a human possessed by a specific totemic spirit. Um, But yeah, so that's why if you cause damage to the nervous system of anything, why it will sufficiently harm that thing. So like if you cut off the head of a werewolf, it's going to die because the being, even though it's still showering this body with energy, well, if you cut off the head, no more energy. If you damage the brain, no more energy. So that's why we do that. If you hit like a werewolf with silver, that's also going to short circuit the system. So yeah. Alright guys, thanks a lot for watching. Any questions, just shoot them to me, rate, comment, subscribe, and yeah, happy hunting.